Big Boy's Neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, the best to ever do it. We got our good friend, Iron Mike Tyson, in the neighborhood. Welcome back to the neighborhood,
Hey,
Mike.
man, it's great to be back in the neighborhood.
Is it for real, man?
The neighborhood is expanded.
Yeah, it is, man. You know, but I'm going to tell you, man, and you've seen things, man, where they expand, and then you got to make some cuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to make some cuts, too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Wait,
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Well, you brought it up. It's not going to be right now while you're here, but in like another month or two. You'll probably come back and say, hey, you know, we got another show. What happened to Ida?
Looking around.
You
No,
know,
me.
what happened
I
to
saw you on the
Natalia?
elevator, didn't I?
Yeah. And she's the last hired. So you know what they say about last hired, first fired.
Man.
Yeah, man. So what's been going on with you, man? How you been keeping up, Mike? How you been staying busy?
Listen, I opened this cannabis business, and this is an interesting business.
Do you smoke, Mike?
Every day.
What? Man, so when you say this is interesting, because I get a lot of people, like my boy Louis, he has Louis the 13th, which is a great strain, and he has his store. What made Mike Tyson get into the cannabis business?
Hey, I didn't understand the cannabis business at first. I thought it was always illegal, and I thought it was a tricky little subjection.
Yeah.
My partner Robert Hickman educated me on the program and the growth. And really, when I say I'm in the marijuana business, I don't touch the marijuana or anything. Right. I sell the property to the marijuana, and they rent the property for me. And if their weed is of good approval, I'll stamp it. Boom.
Really though? So you more of the real estate first, and then if it's right, then you'll give it the Mike Tyson stamp of approval.
Absolutely, you got it right away.
So the product has to go through you first. You test it.
Yes.
You smoke it.
And other people as well.
Right. You got a testing staff.
Yes, I do.
That you would use.
Yes.
Now when you say at first you didn't understand it, because I'm still kind of growing towards like trying to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Where how legal is it? Now we know how legal it is. You know what I'm saying? What's the strain that's going on? Is it medicinal? And then you got to think
both medicinal and for recreational.
Yeah, and you got to think with a name like Mike Tyson, were you kind of like hesitant on putting your name next to it until you found out exactly what your name was being next to?
I just as I realized, I knew it was a no-brainer and it was a good idea, so I just put all my eggs in the one basket.
Now, why did you smoke? Are you smoking more medicinal, more recreational, or both?
Hey, listen, I need because I am crazy. That's why I smoke.
I'm glad you said that because that's what I was thinking. I was over here like, no, now do you roll your own? Are you papers, blunts, or do you go to the pipe?
I like the pipe, but I'm doing the pipe now, but I prefer the blunt.
Really? What about edibles? Are you edibles?
I'm not an edible guy. No.
Had you always been smoking, Mike, or you kind of figured like, is it more now that it is more acceptable?
I always been a smoker. I just never smoked during my fighting years.
Right. How hard was it not to smoke during your fighting years? Because you had a
hard at all. I was crazy during my fighting years. I should have been smoking during my fighting years.
What's the effects of Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson smoked? Are you more calm? Are you more creative?
I'm very calm, very creative, yes.
Do you wish that you did smoke when you were fighting?
Yes, absolutely.
What would have been the benefit of that?
I think I'd have been more relaxed.
I heard that.
Do you have a preference, sativa, hybrid, or indica? Sativa, straight up, really?
Yeah. And what's the effects of sativa?
Sativa is usually an upper for me. Like, it doesn't help me relax. It's more like what you would smoke during the day and try to be up. That relaxes you?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to be up. I want to be thinking.
Hey.
I want to be active.
Did you smoke this morning?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Coming here.
As you should. Hey, man, who would tell Mike Tyson in their right mind if you got in the car, Uber, whatever? Has anyone told you can't smoke in here?
No.
Okay. Let me ask, do you have anything on you now?
No, I don't.
Okay, if you did have something. We don't smoke in here. But if you were to light up in here, I don't think that there's anything that I would do about it.
Yeah, who's going to stop him?
Yeah.
I wish I had a joint to light up.
Yeah, and I wish you did because I would do nothing about it. All right.
Thank you very much.
What is Comedy for a Cause?
Comedy for a Cause is for the homeless and addiction, people with addiction.
Why is that close to you where you could have did anything? Why Comedy for a Cause with it says helping people overcome addiction and putting roofs over their heads? So we're talking about homelessness. 100% of the proceeds go to Comedy for a Cause. How close was that to you for you to do Comedy for a Cause?
Well, at one time, I was dealing with addiction in my life, and that helped me. And there's people out there, when I'm talking about the homeless people, most of those people are vets. And vets need to get a helping hand as well.
And you figure, man, like there's not a large percentage of people that say, I want to be homeless. And then people think that homeless is also hustleless and helpless, and like we were homeless as a family. Yeah. And we also had to, you know, stay in the missions and stay at the churches, and we were in motels. House. Always, man.
Our family's same, we always staying in somebody's house.
Yeah, you know, and there were sometimes, Mike, where we didn't even know how homeless we were. And that's why now I deal with a lot of homelessness as well, taking care of people, you know what I'm saying, doing things silently as well. And when I saw this Mike Tyson Presents Comedy for a Cause, it's just great when you think about standing united and taking care of other people and not being selfish, you know. And we recently had Russell Peters in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, he's on the show.
Yeah, man. And that guy is amazing, known all over the world. But for even with Russell, for people that don't know Russell Peters, for one, you do know him. But I'm talking about like know him, how cool he is to lend his name and how he really helps.
And it's very wide ranged on his, you know what I mean, as far as knowledge as well.
And another one of my guys, man, is Michael Collier.
Oh, he's the best.
And I've been watching Michael Collier, man. I remember being a kid going to Venice Beach and just watching him perform on Venice Beach. You know what I'm saying? And him going through his situation as well.
We'll be on the beach. It's going to be like Venice Beach all back together again.
And that's Comedy for a Cause, benefiting Standing United with special guests. That's Russell Peters doing the MCing, man. Michael Collier, Jason Collins, Matt Rife, Sharon Array, Joey Medina, which is another partner of mine, Edwanda White, and many more. So that's Joy Mike Tyson and friends. That is going down Thursday, October 18th, man. City National Grove. If you need more information, man, you can always grab your tickets at AXS.com. That's AXS.com, and that'll give you more information. There's a silent auction that's going down, and also beautiful. You can visit www.citynationalgrove.com for any more information that you would need. Mike, do you have a favorite comedian?
Wow, I never thought about that. Mike Epps is great. Cat Williams is great. There's an array of comedians that are good. Kevin Hart's got a run going on right now.
Do you ever think about, Mike, like how famous you are?
Mm-hmm.
Only when I go to other countries.
Really? Yeah. Like, what's another country where you'll say, like, man, like, they really love Mike Tyson here?
I don't know, like, coming out of an airport and there's 1,000 people waiting for you.
And does that still happen today?
Yeah.
Damn. You want me to go with you somewhere so I can experience that with you?
No, that's a really weird experience.
You don't like it?
You don't know if you're going to get hurt or anything because the police can't really control the crowd.
He's going to try to hurt you.
But it's just accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Like, man, Mike, you're a guy that's known all over the world. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about boxing anymore. Of course, there's a legacy there, but there is a brand of Mike Tyson. Anytime you're at a fight, they put you on the screen, people applaud. You go to MMA, people applaud. You go to a comedy show, which I've seen your one-man show, people applaud. Do you enjoy that, or do you you're not that much of a public person?
Well, no, that's not true. I've accomplished all that. I've accomplished to receive all that. Mm-hmm. But if I'm with my wife, then it's kind of tricky. Because then I'm in really defense mode. And I'm not fun to be around.
Do you feel like when you're with your wife, sometimes you become more looking out like security? Like my wife, if I go out, I can have a great time. But if I go out and my wife is there, it's still a great time. But I'm also like, is she okay? Is everything all right? You know what I'm saying? You become in defense mode.
My wife would come out and say, you're leaving me. Where you going? You're following the crowd. So you're leaving me right away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my wife doesn't say that. I thought we were talking about like the same thing. Yeah. All righty. So your wife is more of, why are you taking these pictures? You know what I'm saying? I'm out with you tonight.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Mike, do you miss fighting, like the training and the lights?
No way.
None of it.
No way.
Because you figure you do something so long that it becomes such a routine.
I was so, big boy, I was so ecstatic when I retired.
Yeah. Like the work was done.
Yeah. No, I was too crazy to be fighting, man. I was just nuts, wanting to hurt people and all that craziness. And they went to my head, and I just started getting into the fights out in the streets.
Yeah.
I just put that away and put that out of my mind.
Do you think when you say that you were crazy and of course it helped the fights, and we enjoyed seeing it, and we enjoyed watching you. Did you enjoy being a boxer?
Well, I love being a fighter.
Okay. It wasn't a feeling of like I have to do this, like because you said you were happy when you retired.
At the end of my career, I had to was like, wow, I got to do this goddamn fight. God, I got to win this fight over here for this, for that.
It was a different. It was a different feeling.
Sometimes the purse was too good to give up.
Yeah, yeah. You continue to kind of chase those kind of things.
Yeah.
Do you miss the everyday training, or do you miss like the smell of the gym? Or
no, if I go in the gym, I might catch hives or something.
Really though? Yeah. So do you try to stay away from a lot of that now?
I stay away from boxing. Period. Only when it's good fights, I like to go to the fights.
What's the last fight you went to?
I don't know who was it. It was Triple G and
Canelo.
Alvarez, yes.
What'd you think of that one?
I thought Alvarez won.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still go? Do you need like a real ticket to go into a fight, or can you just walk into a fight or a concert because you're Mike Tyson?
Hey, it depends. That's really interesting you said that because me and my wife was dating at the time, and Jay-Z was playing at the Palms Hotel. And I just went to the front desk and said, I'm Mike Tyson. I have some tickets right waiting for me. And the guy just put up the tickets and gave us to
He said, here you go.
Like, because you got to think, man, why would Mike Tyson come up and not have a ticket?
And he took out the tickets and gave it to us. I said, my wife said, oh, my God, you're crazy.
She was like, I will marry him. and you got to think, man, like we say, your face and body is the credit card. It's everything that we know, and we want you to be a part of what we're having. Because I'm telling you, man, like I paid for pay-per-views. I bought every book and every magazine that Mike Tyson was on. So when I got into radio, even now, it's crazy that I sit with Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson know who I am. That's
really?
Great. It's crazy to me, man.
Big boy, you made your mark in here, man. You really broke your ass, man.
I did break my ass. You know what I'm saying? I did. You know what I'm saying? But it's still when you see other people that you kind of like, you're a fan first. You know, you do kind of you kind of trip off of that. I remember I told this story to you before. I was downtown LA, and I had this chain on. And I don't wear jewelry, but I had this chain, this big cross and everything. And I was about to cross the street. And I felt somebody, because, they chain snatch out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I felt somebody come and put their hand like this and grab my chain. And I'm thinking, oh, shit, it's on, motherfucker. Like, I got to do this. I turned around and it was Mike Tyson.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so remember, I took the chain off and I put it on your neck. And then I started, like, rubbing you like, man, it looks better on you. But I turned around and I was like, oh, hell no, man. Mike, when was the last time you almost had a fight out in the streets?
Oh, man, I don't do that anymore.
So it's been like years.
Yeah, those days are over.
I remember you told me a story.
Airport.
Oh, really? At the airport?
Yeah, with a photographer.
How many years ago was that? Wait, do we want to talk about it? Because the person not going to try to sue again. Because
No,
I know
it was
everybody.
like 10 years ago.
Okay, I know everybody all sue happy. Did you get hands on them?
Yes, I shouldn't have done that.
But it felt good at the moment, huh?
Yeah, but I was dealing with my addiction back then.
And what, Mike, when you say the addiction, what was the addiction? Like, what were you addicted to?
Cocaine.
Man, smoking, sniffing, or powder form?
Sniffing it.
How many years?
Around 5 years.
Wow.
When you said that comedy helped you through, what else helped you through, or to finally let it go?
Yeah, man, listen, you realize either you grow up or you're going to die.
Mm-hmm. How much did family help you through the addiction?
I had a strong support system, but that didn't mean anything unless I wanted to stop.
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it, Mike, when we felt like that's Mike Tyson, he's on top of the world, but having so many people around you, how did you figure out that these people weren't good for you, whoever it may have been?
When I no longer had money.
Mm-hmm. You saw the people, when the money started to go, they started to go.
Pretty much.
Mike, at your highest, what were you worth? Because we see a number that say like 300 million. Did you get 300 million throughout your career?
Yeah, I got a little bit of money.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss that much? Or, because I know, it can't be all gone.
No, because I'm getting money now. I'm winning money. It's just a period in life that I had to go through a learning experience.
Was having that much money and power, was it also bad for you, Mike?
For me, yeah, it was pretty bad. I was pretty generous, but I had my own demons as well.
and people that were around you, I'm pretty sure, because even just knowing you, you're a very giving person. So I can imagine how much you probably gave to others for when it wasn't there, for them to kind of just like get away from you, you know?
We have groups of Rolls Royces.
Damn. I love you right here, but boy, I wish I was around a little bit back there. You know what I'm saying? Not to do you wrong, but just
we took our transportation very serious.
Really though. How many cars do you think you owned in your life?
Oh, it had to be over 100.
And like nice cars.
Really awesome cars.
Jesus Christ, man. Do you ever miss that?
No.
I heard that, man. Do you feel like you're in a better place now?
I got a couple of awesome cars now.
Mike Tyson, I want to ask you this, man. We're in a position now where we see all these rappers. Everybody got tattoos on their face. Now, years ago, you were like the first person that we knew. You know, there's other tribals, but you were like one of the first people that we saw sit down and put a tattoo on their face. When you first got that tattoo, what were some of the things that you heard about having a tat on your face?
I don't know. Oh, man, I was totally crazy. Yes, I was crazy and I was out of my mind.
Do you look at it now with regret, or is it just
Never with regret, because it was cutting edge.
Mm-hmm.
Did it hurt?
Not as much as you think it did.
Right.
Because I just feel like it would rattle your skull or something.
Well, he Mike Tyson too.
Yeah, right.
So I think he'd be good to go.
Is there a meaning behind it?
No, it's a Maui tag from New Zealand, native tribe.
I like it.
When you
like it.
When you look at a lot of people now just with everything on their face, do you think like they'll regret that, or do you just feel like, well, that's your face?
No, because I'm unconscious that I have a tattoo on my face.
Right.
Because I have it in my face, but I don't feel it. But when I see somebody else with a bunch of crazy tattoos, I'm saying, whoa, this guy is out there.
Yeah, like look at this. But you know what? I couldn't imagine you now, Mike. We can go through file footage and look at stuff, but I can't imagine Mike Tyson now without the tattoo on his face.
Neither could I.
Yeah. Do you still listen to hip hop? Are you still a fan of hip hop now?
Big time.
Really? Do you check any other newer artists or?
Amigos are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Drake is off the hook.
Have you been to his show? The new show, yo?
Yeah, around 3 of them.
Yeah, man. We need to. He got something coming up, man. Let me know what time you want to come pick me up.
He is really a serious performer.
Where do you like to watch a concert from?
Wherever.
Like, are you like a floor kind of guy? Or are you side of the stage?
No, I'm not a floor. Side of the stage. First row, side of the stage.
Yeah, a little up so you can see everything.
Yeah.
What about if somebody's sitting there?
Well, I would have a ticket, of course.
Okay, okay. All right. What about 25 years ago when somebody was sitting there?
Well, I don't know. I think I normally always had tickets.
Okay, all right. You know what I'm trying to get at.
Tickets.
Like, yeah. But normally you had tickets, but when you went to Jay-Z with your wife that you were dating at the time, you didn't have Jay-Z tickets.
So I went up to the front desk and asked for tickets.
Yeah,
and they gave them to me.
because you're Mike Tyson. When you go to restaurants, are they always trying to give you stuff for free?
I wouldn't let them do that.
No?
No.
Oh, so
That's
if they
nice.
do, should people stop?
No. I
Okay.
should just make sure I tip them extra.
Okay, as you should. As you should. Do you enjoy being Mike Tyson?
Pretty awesome, yeah.
I heard that. Mike, I want to talk to you, man. Were you diagnosed bipolar?
Big time, yeah.
And how many years ago was that?
That was probably 15 years ago.
When now we take more notice of what we call mental health. 15 years ago, with knowing, okay, he's diagnosed with bipolar, not knowing what it was and not having a name on it, did you know something was going on? Were you afraid of how you couldn't control certain things?
Well, I knew it was some stuff was wrong when I had my temper tantrums for no particular reason.
And what made you go and seek help?
My wife.
When you look at today's climate where Kanye say he's bipolar, he's not bipolar, do you see it now more so where, not that it's acceptable, but we could talk about it a little bit more?
Oh, we could talk about it a lot, but the real solution to the problem is just take your fucking medicine.
Just take your fucking medicine.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel like, are you on meds now?
Yes,
And
big time.
Do you have to take them? You take them daily?
I take them daily, big time.
And can you feel a difference if you're off your bipolar meds?
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't off my meds.
If you were off, you wouldn't be here?
No way.
What do you think? Like, what's a day if you're not on it?
It's just depressed.
Okay.
Did it take a while to find out what worked for you? Because you hear a lot of the times that people, the reason they don't like it.
Because they misdiagnosed.
Okay.
But I've been misdiagnosed before, but eventually we got it right.
Were you afraid to come out and tell the public that
No, not at all. I thought it was none of their business.
was brave.
I wasn't afraid to tell anybody.
And that early on now, we also, just the dialogue we see now, Mike, and people being more accepting and people talking about it, because a lot of times, man, when it comes to any kind of mental health issues, it's so easy to label something. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, he's this. Oh, she's that. And then there's some people that don't even go seek the help because it has such a stigma on it. Where now we're starting to see with Mike Tyson talking and other people speaking of and there's layers. There's depression, anxiety.
It's just like having a broken arm. You have to go to the hospital and get it fixed.
You got to get it checked on, I think.
Have you gotten a chance to see anything of the clips of Kanye going off?
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you know he did say that he was originally? He said he was diagnosed with being bipolar, and then he said he was misdiagnosed. Do you think
and
that
he said he's not on meds?
Right, and he said he's not on meds. Do you think that he's bipolar?
I don't know what Kanye is, but I know that he's really an interesting character. You know what I mean? That he's really brave to go up there and say all that craziness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know why he want to do that, but it's Kanye. Kanye needs to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was.
And
heard.
some people, like at one point, did you feel like you enjoyed the platform of being able to say things in certain places and
I enjoyed the platform, but I wish I said the right things
at the right times,
yeah.
huh? Mm-hmm. Do you feel now like there's a more at peace Mike Tyson as you sit here today?
Well, as I got older, please, I'm 52. At this age, I'm just a pussycat.
Hey man, I love this when you say my biggest weakness is my sensitivity. I am too sensitive a person. Yeah. Are you a sensitive person?
Oh yeah, I hold grudges too.
Oh, you do?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
That's scary.
Do you know you still scare people?
I hope not.
Okay, well you don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. You know, you ain't scaring nobody in here. You know what I'm saying? Who give a fuck? Is that your camera, Mike? I don't give a fuck. You see, I'll keep that eye on him though. Go ahead now. All right. So you say that you do hold grudges. Do you still hold boxing grudges? Do you have a grudge against Don King?
No way. Hey. I'm telling a little bit of a fib. I did have a grudge at one time. The last time I saw him.
I'm going to tell you real quick. When you said, hey, you know you scared the shit out of me. Right?
I was like,
no, for real. All right, but okay, go ahead.
We did have a grudge. At least I had a grudge. And then I just realized that it was ridiculous.
Against who?
Don King.
Okay, yeah. I noticed when you guys were somewhere and he came and patted you and you was like almost like a man. And didn't you like toss something at him or?
Water.
Yeah, he lucky it was water. Praise God. You know, but you did hold, you did hold a grudge towards him, but rightfully so, though, for a young man that fought his heart out, and then you see somebody else that's getting paid just as much or more, and then even get in the ring.
Exactly.
And then you look at someone as a elder, possibly a father figure, a mentor, and you find out that
it's a fraud.
So how do how do you not hold a grudge against that? And how do you today not still feel a certain way to Don King?
I can't, because it's going to kill me. It's going to destroy me if I continue to feel that way.
Yeah. And you know what they say, man? That's called you drinking the poison and hoping somebody else die.
Big time.
Yeah.
When it comes to athletes and rappers and being best friends, I think one of the most iconic friendship was the one between you and Tupac. What was your last memory with Pac?
And Pac came to your fight.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. You got tissue?
Yeah. He was really happy after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
He came to the press conference with me, and then we were just talking a bunch of shit. And then I went home, and then he left.
Mm-hmm. Where were you at, Mike, when you found out? Because I know exactly where.
I was home sleeping.
And somebody called you? And at the time, he was shot. Did you go down and get a chance to see Pac at the hospital?
Let me see him.
There's an iconic picture and just video of where you still got your gloves on, and there's the hug, there's the embrace, and just sitting here and, knowing Pac then and knowing you now, there had to be a mutual respect, because even this many years on, removed, you still have an emotion for that man. What did Pac mean to Mike Tyson?
Man, it was just it's very difficult to talk about. It was just a young kid that really wanted to be great, and that happened.
Do you remember the first time you guys met?
It was a club. They wouldn't let him in, so I went outside and I let him through the back way. As I met him.
Did you and Pac always have like a lot of conversations? Did you feel like you guys kind of kept each other up? Like he talked to you and lifted you up. You talked to Pac and he.
Not many conversations, but we knew what was going on.
And the respect.
A feeling.
What do you feel is Tupac legacy now? Because you speak so many years later, and he's still one of your best MCs. He's still considered a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Tupac legacy
every time
to
I
you?
go somewhere, it could be Africa, New Zealand. They ask me, what was Tupac like?
Right. And it's crazy because I had a chance to know Pac as well, and he touched so many people that didn't know Pac, and posthumously also, in music and everything, man. And it was just an honor to shake his hand and hug brother, and he had
an awesome energy.
Yes, he did. And you know what, Mike, you knew that when he was here. It wasn't like he passed on and you was like, man, he had this great energy, magnetic, and I think some of the best conversations that I had with Pac weren't public. It was just us either in a car, a van, a hotel. You know what I'm saying? And
you never took a picture with him?
Man, I don't know. That's how God worked, bro. I don't have one picture with Pac. And when Pac passed, I had all these radio drops, right? Hey, what's up, this Tupac? At the moment, out of respect, I erased all my Tupac drops. I wish I had them now, but I was caught up in an emotional moment where I was like, man, I'm not going to play these again because brother passed on. So at the time, I thought that I was doing something like, I'm not going to disrespect my brother by playing these drops, but I wish I had them just to hear his voice saying my name, even if it was in the archive. I wish I had them, man.
That would have been great now.
Yeah. All righty. Now, I see you go to MMA fights as well. Do you enjoy going and looking at a little bit of the combat now? Are you more of an MMA or you just enjoy MMA?
I'm still a boxing guy, but I enjoy MMA as well.
When was the last time you been to the gym? Or put on a glove?
Hey, listen, I can't remember.
Really?
Probably training my son.
When was the last time you put on, and stay off them damn hoverboards too? I saw you bust your ass on the hoverboard
that
too.
That was bad.
When was the last time you put on gloves? Is it at the gym with your son? Or are you more pads or?
I'm more a pad guy and put the pads on.
Damn, that's crazy that you just turned it off like that. Do you?
I never want him to be one of those guys that really dwell in that path.
Held on. What do you see yourself in your son when he's fighting?
No, I don't. No, he got a pool at home. It's too different.
There's a different entitlement that goes on with our kids, And how old is your son that you kind of train just a little bit now?
16. The oldest one is 21. 16
years of age. Does he know who his dad is? He
don't realize it. His friends have to tell him.
What?
But you know what though? I mean, like we could look at you and say how great you are, right? And your kids are like, oh, that's just dad. Now there's somebody else that could look at me and say, oh, look how great Big Boy is. Oh, he's funny. He's the best in radio. We know all that is true. All righty. But to my kids, they're just like, oh, that's just dad. That's just dad. Yeah. So.
They play tricks on you. They hide. You can't find them.
Yeah. They do this thing called hide daddy's money.
Is that what it is?
I can never find it. They hide it in such good places. You know what I'm saying? They hide it. It never happens to my wife though. What is Tyson Ranch?
Well,
what is that becoming?
Yeah.
Well, Tyson Ranch is like I was trying to explain earlier. It was like the first like really cutting edge, really first class wellness center.
So it's a real ranch. It's going to be outdoors, indoors, but it's a wellness center.
Big time. We'll have a stage. We'll have Dave and Buster's there.
Hey.
So you got a lot of property. Is it in like the Orange County area?
No, it's not. It's like the Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. That's
what. Area.
And how long before we're looking at something like that? How many years?
How many years? Probably 1 year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What type of services are going to be at this wellness center?
Hey, all the services you want. You need acupuncture, you need massages, you need whirlpool, whatever you
Sounds
need.
relaxing.
Love it.
What do you do now to relax? Being at the Tyson Ranch isn't here yet. What do you do?
Pretty things. I have children, I have small kids, so there's a lot to do.
Do you feel like now it's a whole different life now because you do, like my oldest is 11. My daughter's 10. My son will be 12 in February. And it's like you got so many, like you lived a legacy, but now you got to live another legacy for the kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around
Absolutely.
for the little ones.
You got to be there. You got to go to these tennis competitions. You got to go to these children plays. You got to go to things that you really don't have no desire to see.
What kind of dad is Mike Tyson?
I think I'm a wimpy dad. Let my kids
Really?
get away with too much.
Really? And they know it, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. Now, and I mean, like, because when you say that you're sensitive, like people see that, but you knew how to turn it on. Like when you would fight, what brought that rage that we would see in the ring?
I don't know. Probably a lot of fear.
And
Fear
fear
of
of what?
what?
Losing?
Losing, yeah.
That's crazy that the
That
most
is
feared
crazy.
man in boxing and possibly on the planet, you would go in and did you ever think I could lose this fight, or were you just so scared that you would lose it that you just
You
annihilated?
just got to
the-
believe in yourself. It's more about believing in yourself than anything.
Did you always believe in yourself in boxing?
No, I had to learn how to believe in myself.
What
I
about
didn't believe in myself in life.
That's what I was going to ask. In life, you didn't. Now, when you say you didn't believe in yourself in life, how do you become the Mike Tyson that we know? Were you always thinking I can't do something?
Yeah. Shit. I had great mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Really great mentors.
Is that why you hold like cuss? Like there's certain people that you hold very close to you. Do you still try to walk in honor of them even today?
Those are big shoes to walk in. You know what I mean? I try to be myself as much as possible. And if that rubs off, that's even more better.
When you were going through, the fighting in the street, the drugs, everything, did you ever think like, is there something in your head that say, damn, I'm letting them down?
Well, I was letting myself down, and it all stems from yourself and how you feel about yourself. And I didn't feel too good about myself at that particular time in my life. So things started changing.
And what started changing?
I think I lost my daughter when she was 4,
Yeah.
and so things just started changing.
How do you not even recover? Like
Heal.
what keeps you going after that? When you feel like, is it more of life, your other kids, your queen? Like what kept you from just saying I'm going to give up?
I just wanted to start winning. I never had that giving up feeling. Even when I was doing drugs, I still had a low self-esteem, but I still had a big fucking ego.
Yeah. Is that ego that you had? Was that bad for Mike Tyson as well?
Most of the time, yeah.
How was it when we first met? Was that like a dream come true for you?
Oh man, I couldn't wait to meet you, man. It was just-
That's amazing.
I love when you tell the story, man. You laughing too hard, but that's good. I love when you tell the story of how you always was like, I can't wait to meet this guy. He is a legend. And this is, of course, when I was like real big. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to keep saying, like, tell them what that meant to you.
Yeah, man.
Excuse me, say that again.
Tell them what it meant to you when you met me. Like how
happy?
satisfying that
Excited?
was
What was that
to
memory
finally meet me.
And when I finally met you, man, I didn't think you were the guy you were.
Why?
Because I didn't think that he was so friendly and gregarious and stuff like this.
Do you really remember the first time you met Big Boy?
Hell no.
Hell no. but I know one thing. He had, what's that girl, Jalissa he had here?
Yeah, Julissa.
I remember her.
Yeah,
Jalissa.
Yeah, what's the guy named Fluffy, Buffy? What was it?
It was Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Fluffy Buffy, one of those.
That's
a good memory.
It was Julissa was
Liz
there.
was
Liz
there?
was he came around when Liz was there.
Yeah.
Tattoo, remember? Yeah, that's
yeah,
man. So,
Tattoo. I did an interview with Tattoo.
yeah, he's doing the Dash Radio thing as well, man. But I'm glad that you finally. There's one thing with winning the heavyweight titles and the belts and
being a champ,
defending and being a champ and defending your belts and a legacy. But I'm so glad. It humbles me that you put me up on that pedestal as well of meeting me and that being one of the biggest moments of your life.
The biggest.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It sounds braggadocious when I say it myself, but y'all heard it from the man himself.
That's a good 30-second Instagram post right there.
Yeah, I'll take that little soundbite and do it right. Big Boy Neighborhood, Iron Mike Tyson. Definitely want to thank you for coming into the neighborhood, man.
I love being here.
Man, we love having you in the neighborhood too, man.
So nice to meet
And make sure that y'all stick around and make sure that we all check this out. That is Mike Tyson Presents Comedy for a Cause, benefiting Standing United. Great comedians out there, man. Michael Collier, Jason Collins, Matt Rife, can't forget Sherwin Array, Joey Medina, which is my guy, Edwando White, and your MC for the night is Russell Peters, man. And there's also special guests, Join Mike Tyson and Friends. And this is to knock out addiction and homelessness in Southern California. That is going down Thursday, October 18th, City National Grove. If you need more information, hit up www.citynationalgrove.com, and tickets are available right now on AXS.com. Mike Tyson, thank you for coming into the neighborhood.
StandingUnited.com.
Make sure y'all go hit it up, man. Mike Tyson in the neighborhood.
Thank you, Big Boy.
Man, thank you, my brother.
It's always a pleasure being here with you.
Man, always a pleasure to have you, bro, and continue being that inspiration for us, man. And you know what? What I love about you, Mike, is that you made it through it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, man, we don't see our icons and our celebrities and our revolutionaries make it through it. And that's why sometimes you'll see, like, man, I wish, like, even with Pac, I wish Pac would have made it to his gray hair. If we had Pac in his 20s, what would Pac have been like in his 30s and 40s? So to see someone that went through things and my being there and seeing these things and to see where you are now is amazing, brother. And I'm so glad, not just to know you, but I'm so glad to know you and your legacy.
Thank you very much.
Mike Tyson.
Knowing you as well, my friend.
Thank you. Mike Tyson in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.